Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Cortman, and now for the Mental Health Minute. This is the sixth and final video in the series of what your doctor will not tell you about stress. And I want to begin by saying I got a little bit of a reframe for you. And there's research that goes all the way back to 1905, where these two psychologists found that human performance is best when there's moderate arousal, when there's moderate anxiety, when there's moderate stress, not zero stress and not extreme stress. Think about a speech that you want to give. If you have zero arousal, zero anxiety about it, you might be very disengaged, not invested. It doesn't matter to you. You don't even get the least bit aroused about it. And if you are extremely aroused and frightened and petrified, that's when people freeze up and stare at the camera, or they start stammering, or they completely forget their lines. You've seen it before. So the moderate arousal leads to the best performance. And that's true in baseball, and it's true in musical performance, and it's true in stand-up comedy. It's true in every type of performance. And think of it in terms of a U shape, where the low arousal, worse performance, moderate arousal, better performance, and then the extreme arousal, back to the worst performance. So what do we do with this? Just remember the smoke alarm thing. We don't want the blaring alarm on. We want to be able to use stress as our friend and then shut it off. We want to be able to understand that life has many challenges and we need a perspective. And that perspective has to be one where we can detach from other people's opinions, and we can detach from, world politics once we've seen what's going on in the world. And we can say, the market's going to do what it's going to do. And what do? We do the best we can with what we can control. We need an attitude like that in life. It helps to have faith. Research says people who have faith have lower levels of anxiety, believe it or not. And what is the faith in? The faith can be in anything that you believe in, anything that matters to you. So we need to have an extremely good sense of, this is something I can control and do the best I can with it. And this is something that's not mine, and I have to be really good at letting that go. And I have to always have a sense of what kinds of sensory motor processes work for me. Do I have to have a daily walk? Do I need to have daily prayer and meditation? Do I have some kind of exercise that makes me feel better about myself and clears my head? Our thinking has to be clear about, again, the difference between what I can control and what I can't control. And then I have to have a faith that it'll all work out in the end. And that is what your doctor may never tell you about stress. There you go. Thank you.